I'm gonna skip this. Let me go. I'll do this story, man. All right. So this story is called "I Had No Idea What to Expect." I guess as a trainee, I don't know the first thing about the Army when I joined. I didn't know the first thing about the Army when I joined. I was a pudgy, 5 foot plus your dick in inches, E nothing. Basically an enlisted member of the military with no authority over anything or anybody. I didn't play Call of Duty, and I wasn't a big fan of war movies, so I had no idea what to expect going into basic combat training. Honestly, I thought it would be camping, classes, and some exercising. Really? The Army, man. Camping, classes. What kind of classes though? I had never been so wrong. Drill Sergeant Kilo was a 6 foot 3 inch infantryman, staff sergeant, an all-around American badass. My first time meeting him was during a brutal introduction to basic training known as the Shark Attack on day 0. I remember having my name called out as a signal to join the rest of my platoon, and I had to run past him in a narrow passageway. His first words to me were, "Don't you fucking test me!" The explosive nature of the words and the volume in which they were yelled literally knocked me down to the ground. Of course, I ended up in his platoon. Let me be clear. You did not fuck with Drill Sergeant Kilo. I learned this the hard way in week 6. It took you 6 weeks to learn this? We were all up early, bright and early, marching to the second Army physical fitness test of the cycle. It was absolutely, come on, it's freaking long story. Absolutely freezing and a dense fog combined with the complete blackness of night. Only our reflective belts distinguished us from the utter darkness as we marched towards PT field. Now, in no way was I a PT stud. My goal was to simply pass the APFT by the end of the cycle, not max out. On this specific test, I was able to get through the push-ups and the sit-ups just fine. But then the 2-mile run event arrived and I was shaking in my size 9 sneakers. I'd never done well in the 2-mile, even though I ran hard out every morning in assigned group runs. How about ability group runs? Assigned group run. When were you in basic training? Anyway, before I knew it, the event had started and I placed myself through the first couple of laps, 8 laps for 2 miles around the quarter-mile track, of course. Around lap 3, I tried to pump myself up, saying, "Come on, halfway there, you can do it." That kind of shit. Before long, I was sweating, shaking my head, and muttering to myself like a priest getting a lap dance. By lap 5, I was suffering bad. Almost all words of encouragement were lost to me, and I could tell my body was starting to shut down. But then, for whatever reason, it escapes me to this day, I began to vocalize 2 simple words, repeating them again and again to myself. Oh yeah. Not even NBC's best writers could come up with that shit that came next. This freaking story is long. I should have looked at this first, man. As I muttered, "Oh yeah," over and over again to myself, I failed to realize 2 things. That I was beginning to say it louder and louder, and 2, I was running side by side with Drill Sergeant Kilo, who was pacing other slower privates like me. Then, without realizing what I was doing, I bellowed out louder than ever, "Oh yeah!" From behind, I hear Drill Sergeant Kilo shout, "What are you? The fucking Kool-Aid guy?" Now, at this point, most privates would respond to Drill Sergeant, Drill Sergeant, "No, Drill Sergeant," and keep running. Or at the very least, all non-mouthing privates with at least half a brain would just shut the hell up and refrain from saying what I was about to say. Instead of changing course, I amped up. I raised my hands and bellowed out with all my might from the abyss of my lungs, "Oh yeah!" and kicked my ass into maximum overdrive. Motivated, man. This is where it gets hazy. Now, I was sure as hell I didn't purposely disrespect the drill sergeant who I looked up to, and still to this day. So why did I say it? I know it wasn't because I mistook him for a private, because he had a voice that sounded like hatred and sharp weapons, mostly hatred. For the remainder of the run, I sprinted, not daring to turn around and look behind me. With every step I had the image of Drill Sergeant Kilo closing in on me like a lion on a baby gazelle, ready to grind my face into the asphalt and leave a bloody skid mark as a warning to all privates everywhere. Luckily, that didn't happen. I finished at 13:56, not too bad at all. And then, of course, I puked at the finish line more than Tara Reid did on her 21st birthday. Come on, man. Freaking crazy, man. I just read to y'all a story out of this book, Awesome Shit My Drill Sergeant Said by Dan Caddy, about a trainee who thought that he didn't know what to expect from basic training. And when he got there, he got his rude awakening of what it's really about, man. I'm reading a lot of these freaking stories. I got 3 parts already. I'll check the thumbnail at the end of this video to check out part 1, 2, and 3. Leave your comments in the comment section below if you got some crazy stories that your drill sergeant, crazy stuff that your drill sergeant said. And I might be looking at some of the comments and doing a video reading some of these freaking comments to share y'all stories. Thank y'all for watching, man. Appreciate it. It's your boy Thurs Lynch. First time to the page, comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, stay updated every time I upload a video. Deuces. I love y'all, and I'm out of here.